Well, hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Friday morning special of the Aviation Show. My name is Greg. I'm going to be your internet host today as we take a look at this brand new FlightFX Piaggio P180 Avanti. It's much different than the H-Jet and the Vision jet that they have out. You know, both of those jets are very automated in many ways. The systems in this airplane remind me very much of the systems that are in the Cessna. What the hell Cessna is? Not the Longitude, the other Cessna that comes with the game. Where the fuck is it at here? Extron. Yeah, the CJ4. The systems in this airplane are very, very similar to the CJ4. You know, as far as getting the navigation to show like an arc or a compass rose. You know, getting certain items up on your multifunction display, like the you know, like the different waypoints, nav aids, things like that. So I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a great little plane. Most of the buttons you can interact with. I would say almost all of them you can interact with. But overall, I mean, it's a really good plane. So let me get this pulled up here. Hopefully you're having a good Friday. I'm having a pretty good Friday so far. Fridays used to be my favorite day of the week. It's still my favorite day, but I miss payday on Fridays too. I haven't had a payday in a while. Start my new job on Thursday, which I'm kind of excited about, but kind of not at the same time. Like, you know, like I'm like, do I really want to go back to work? No. Do I have to? Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. So this livery, so they have 3-4 liveries. You know, you can get wood interior, gray interior. Yeah, it's really a couple shades of blue, a couple shades of white. Here, let's go into the content manager, and not the content manager, the hangar. We'll take a look at all the different liveries. So let's start off with the first one here. So this is the default one here. Whenever it decides to show its face. That's pretty clean looking. I like that. That's pretty nice looking. Now let's do the Roma Eterna. That's about the same, just got the golden. Ooh, that's pretty sharp looking, actually. That's pretty nice. Wonder how long it would stay shiny like that in real life when you start flying, and it probably gets dirty pretty quick. All right, this is Forza Azzurri. The gray interior. I feel like I'm selling a car. It's a Forza Avanti with the gray interior. That's pretty sharp, actually. I like that. Sit. Hey, what's up, dude? Yeah, I had to do a install, like, I had to do a fresh install like 3 times last night. I just could not get this son of a bitch to work last night. And I first tried to copy all the contents from the community folder, and I renamed it something else. And then when I was downloading, anyways, it was just a mess. I wound up deleting like a lot of stuff. But oh yeah, everything's good now. I had to re-download like all the different apps I use and everything. But yeah, I didn't finish until like almost 1 in the morning last night. So it was. I think what happened was somehow the game shut off while it was installing one of the items I was downloading, and it just wouldn't go back in. It would go back in safe mode. Yeah. I cleaned up my registry editor too. Like I cleaned out all my temporary files. Like I went deep into the process last night. Ardija Marina. That sounds like a pretty good name, actually. Like if you lived in Italy. What's your name? It's Ardija Marina. Okay, Lampo Rosa. I think that's what I did my thumbnail off of. That's a pretty sharp red right there. Lanterna Dorata. Pretty sharp. Actually, I like that one. That one's pretty cool looking. And Venezia Incantata. I don't know. I like Forza Azzurri or Dijon Marina. Maybe one of these two. Let me look at these two again. But yeah, I built an Italian route. We'll fly that today. Now I haven't been up in this airplane yet, but I have played around the ground with it. I would say like 80% of the buttons inside of it work. A lot of the checklist you can really bypass in this airplane.
At 9 o'clock, we're flying over a truly captivating
geological why is Sayintentions talking?
Striking rock formations which were sculpted millions of
Sayintentions, I don't have you on right now, buddy. All right, so let's load up this flight here. Yeah, a lot of the checklist items in this game, like a lot of the testing and things like that, you go to test it and nothing happens. So, you know, I don't think there's any failures actually with this airplane. The tablet's okay. The tablet really is just there for some pretty basic info. But overall, I mean, as far as the sound of the airplane, the interior, I mean, like a lot of it's a great airplane for 25 bucks. That's for sure. All right, let me go to SimBrief here. It should already have the flight plan pulled in. Yeah, Lippy to learn. All right, so Lippy. One thing I did not see anywhere. We are leaving from Ancona. All right. I read through the documentation pretty thoroughly yesterday while I was, you know, waiting hours for the reinstall to finish. The V speeds that you can do, it's available, but it looks like you have to type them in kind of manually, which, you know, it is what it is. All right, we're going to park over here. This is probably not where this airplane would park in real life, but the simulator, it's not real life. Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened last night with, I mean, I guess a fresh reinstall is good every once in a while, but I mean, everything was working perfect. I bought the airplane, I downloaded it, and then I downloaded the Chancellor C414 and another plane that I had, and then the simulator shut off while it was mid-download. And next thing I know, I can't get into it other than safe mode, and I tried erasing out of the community folder, like the updates I did, but yeah, it was to no avail. Microsoft won the battle last night. So obviously that's not a real Italian registration number, tail number there. That's ED5220. Yeah, it's a pretty sharp little airplane. It reminds me of another airplane I bought recently. I bought another airplane recently. I forget what it is. When I say recently, I mean like the last like 4 or 5 months. That looks like this with the, you know, with the blades in the front there. I want to say it might be one of the electric planes that I bought. Now, I did read that it's available for 2024, but I did not see this airplane in my community folder, so I didn't try to copy and paste it into 2024. If I can find this plane somewhere in one of my folders, which I'm sure it is somewhere, but if I can find it, I'll try to copy and paste it, and I'll put it in Discord later. Yeah, let me put the Discord channel up real quick. Hang on a second here. One moment. Oops. First, bear with me one moment. Let me go to my channel and select Discord URL. Copy and paste it. Paste. That. Paste. And this one up at the top. That's it. There we go. Okay. I didn't check out either any of the fixed camera. All right, so there's no fixed camera views with this. All right, so with the tablet, really the only information that it's going to show here. It's going to show your speed, some weather information. QNH I haven't seen yet show up at I've only been to 2 airports with this airplane. This one and another one in Italy. I forget the other one. It was closer to the Austrian border. But yeah, QNH hasn't shown up yet. But you do have Navigraph. If you have a Navigraph account, you can just plug in the Lipy, LIPY. I wonder if I have to type. Hang on. Oh yeah, we're right here. Okay. Yay. So like I said, it's a pretty basic map. It's not really going to show you much. You know, it'll show you your airplane and where you're at, but you can't like program flights and routes and bring up charts and things like that. You do have your basic map that comes with it, which has flight follow as well. And then settings actually is pretty interesting. So you can choose your different states. Let me change the lighting outside. So on one. So you have cold and dark ready, taxi ready for takeoff. You can take care of the chocks, your instrument covers, and the entrance covers. You can do your main door and your luggage door from here. You can choose the brightness. You have active noise reduction, which works really well. Automatic steering mode. Disable engine damage, repair engine health. Then you have your cabin configuration. You can choose. See what it looks like now. So that's what it looks like now. Choose executive, and that looks like. Oh, so executive really just has a laptop. All right, well, that's a pretty cool laptop, actually. That looks like a real laptop, damn. All right, let's see what clutter looks like. Clutter just doesn't really look cluttered to me. I do think the bathroom. What the bathroom? Hang on a second. That's the closet. I thought they had a bathroom. Well, I sworn there was a bathroom in. Oh yeah, this is the bathroom where we're at right now. Right. Light, vanity light, indirect light, drawer. Look at that, man. We got all kinds of wipes and shit in there. Get all the brown out. You know what I mean? Then we got box lunch, pizza, plated, and you can choose your different luggage type luggage. So we're gonna, I don't know, we'll take our golf clubs with us. We'll do an executive flight, and we're gonna have pizza. We're in Italy. So, not sure where there's our pizza. Our pizza, our sunset iced tea. Green tea, mind you, green tea is good shit. All right, do we have a snowboard in here now? I'm gonna show a snowboard in here. Let's see. Same stuff. All right. Anyways, now you do have this sticky note here. Use mode steer on the yoke and da-da. So you have the some of these buttons are actually usable. So this button here. Now I do have the words turned on purpose, so you can see what the buttons are. But this mode button here, you can toggle between taxi and takeoff steering. You have your time here, and you can also, I thought there was, oh, it's on the other yoke, right? Okay, you have it here as well too. You can take care of your master. Now I don't see another actual button for the master caution switch. They have one up here, but like other than that, like, you know, you have this one and you got that one and you got this one as well. Remove the note. Supposedly, there we go. Most of the buttons work inside the cockpit here. The buttons that I haven't seen work yet are really these up here. Like, none of these work. And this system test here, this is very similar to what's in the Learjet. Very similar to what's in the F-14 as well. The F-14 Tomcat. Two planes I can think of offhand that are like this. I've tried this. Sometimes it shows up here. Other times there's no like audible warning or anything. So like I said, I don't think there's any failures in this plane. I didn't see any in the book that came with it. We interact with the circuit breakers. Yeah, so you can't interact with the circuit breaker. So that leads me to believe that it's probably no faults, which goes with what I saw in the instruction manual. In SimBrief, if you're gonna use SimBrief to generate a flight with this, the airframe that's in here, the Avanti airframe, when I was going through it, the only two things I could really find that were inaccurate, which it shouldn't really make a difference. The performance code, I believe it should be B, just because this 121 here, that's on the very top end of landing weight, like landing speed. Usually it's going to be below that from what I saw. You can certainly play with that if you want to. And the empty weight, I believe it was like 70 some hundred. Let me get to the page in the booklet for, I want to say it was like 7,000 pounds or 7,500, something like that. But other than that, everything seems accurate. Yeah, empty weight is 7,500 pounds. So other than that, everything else seems good with it. So if you're going to use Navigraph, it's in there. All right, well, let's get this bitch turned on. So entrance door, crew, seats, switches, battery. We'll turn the battery on here in a moment. Let's close up our doors. Put our battery switch on. You know, let me get ground power connected just in case. You know, we turn our engines on pretty quick, actually. All right, battery. Full quantity, we have 588. You may have to add fuel. If we do, I'll just go up here to the toolbar and add it. Park and brake is on. And avionics master, let's choose that to COM 1. Very good. Okay, we got battery. Put the anti-collision lights on ground. Actually, you know, hang on one second. Let me turn off the assist checklist. Usually when I get into an airplane for the first time, I'll do that. I'll turn on the assist checklist. And all right, engine starting. Got battery. All right, power levers are on idle. Ignition levers are cut off. Firewall shutoff valve. That's on. Fuel pump on. Our fuel light, pressure light is out. Heat air switches, they're both off. All right, ignition switch, let's put that on normal. right, let's move the condition lever up to ground idle. ITT. Alright, our interstage turbine temperature is less than 1,000. That's good. Oil pressure is good. The RPMs are where they should be. They should be around 54 to 60%. Ground idle, flight idle should be about 70%. Alright, and our switch should be cut off again. Cut off. T is no more than 750. Oil pressure, that's fine. Temperature is fine as well. Minimum of 54%. Minimum 900 for the RPMs. Ignition lever, let's advance this to flight idle. Was never connected. Let's turn the generator on. Now to get to the amp meter in this airplane, if you can look down here, we have systems, we have traffic. Click on systems, brings up the amps. Now nothing happens when you click on these. I haven't seen it do anything, but we have our ampage here, so that we know that's working. Hydraulic pump, let's turn that on. Right down here. Hydraulic light goes out as well. That is all done. We got flight idle. Generator we know is on. Amp meter, amps are below 160. We know the firewall is open. We opened it earlier. Power level for the inoperative engine is idle. Ignition lever is cut off. Fuel pump, put view on. Pressure light is out. Heat air switches are still off. Ignition normal. Ground idle. Forgot to open that valve up. My bad. I don't know why it wasn't turning on. Yo, Scalebait, what's up, dude? Yeah, we're flying the Piaggio. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, we're flying the new flight. Sorry, I just switched back to the page to look at the chat. My bad. We are flying the brand new FlightFX Piaggio P180 Avanti. It's in the marketplace now in 2020. Alright, so that's still good. Oil's good. RPMs are good. Switch is cut off. And we have 750 max for the turbine temperature. Oils at its minimum 60 psi. Temperature is good. All right, before taxi. Actually, while this is doing everything, before we do our before taxi checklist, let me get the flight plan put in and kind of go over some of these screens a little bit. So now that both generators are on, we turn the avionics on. Yeah, man. I changed the name, Keith. We're now the Fat Flyers. Fat Flyers Federation in Gaming. Actually, we got that EPU light on. Let me arm that. Yeah, I was getting tired of that other name. Because we're not all about, you know, I'm not all about aviation. I want to play other games too, and I don't. Anyways, whatever. How you doing, Keith? What's up, dude? I'm big boned. I am. That's for sure. That's true. That is very true. Yeah. All right. So this screen here, before we put a flight plan in, upper format. Just keep on clicking the button till you get to the one you want, and it'll start plugging in. Now there's no checklist, but when we do have a flight plan put in it, we'll put the flight plan here. This will turn off by itself. Lower format, we can choose, you know, position, plan, weather, you know, when we have weather turned on, compass rose, and an arc. That's pretty much what those buttons do. As far as getting your V speeds and things like that, once we get the flight plan put in, we'll put in the V speeds, but you have to click on this reference button, and then you have to actually use the wheel, increase the digits. So it's, you know, it could be a bit tedious. You know, you have weather, traffic, radar. You can do your different nav, your bearing indicators here. You can also choose your nav source here. It's very, like I said, it's very similar to the CRJ as far as the way this works. This GCS button, it doesn't work, but if it did, that's for ground clutter, like on the map. So let me go ahead. Now this is a very basic system, pretty much the same that's in the CRJ. There's not really much to this. You can't you know, bring a flight plan in. You know, the VNAV page is very a lot of this is very basic in here. So let's go ahead and do our position first. You just got to click on this here. Let me get our flight plan pulled up. Alright, so we got Lippy, put in Lippy, L-I-P-Y, L-I-R-N, I didn't put an alternate in, so we're going to leave the alternate blank. Our flight number today is Yo Mama. We haven't flown Yo Mama in a while, so we're going to fly her today. We got Yo Mama in there. Your Mama like Italy. Alright, so I don't know why they're not using that if it's got the kind of, when we'll leave in runway 6. Okay, so let's go ahead and put our departure in. Going runway 22. Then Gerbil 5L. Execute. Back to the arrival, and we're doing Eric 1C. Click on next. Eric 1C, and we're doing the ILS for runway 6. We're fly, and we're doing a Leva. Hit execute. Very good. Go to legs and make sure we don't have any vectors or discontinuity. There we go. There's one here. So I believe in this aircraft, let's see here. Okay, click on the left button and then click on the one above. Yeah, so this operates just like a Boeing when you get rid of a discontinuity. So, all right, our legs are all set up. We can go to performance here. All right, our cruising altitude. Let's see what. See our cruising altitude supposed to be today. That's it. And fetch. All right, so we have 19,000 feet is what. Now this plane can go up to 41,000 feet if I remember correct. All right, PL190. And let's see, payload. 7 peoples. Our cargo is 200 pounds. Execute. Takeoff. Takeoff reference, runway 22. Let's see here. Let's see what our information is here. So we have winds 30, 360 at 6. 360 at 6. Outside temperature is very balmy 4 degrees Celsius. Looking at 30.30. Now you don't have to do all this to get the airplane up in the air, you know, but I'm gonna do it. So see here. So I believe in this airplane you gotta do a minus. What the hell did that say? Minus 0.72. Yeah, minus 0.72. Execute. Go to the next page. Anti-ice off. Mid flaps. VR speed. Let me get our VR speed here. Let's go to Sayintentions here. I'm sorry. Yeah, not Sayintentions. It's in brief. Performance, populate, last flight, bring in the weather, calculate. So we have a VR speed of 119. I don't know if it's going to allow us to change it. It might not. No, it's not going to let us change it. Okay. Well, whatever. Hang on a second. Takeoff weight, total fuel. Alright, I'm going to leave all that because it's sensing it from... Alright, so now we're sending that, so our VR speeds are sent. 11.5, yep, that's all correct. Alright, let's go to index. Now, data link, there is a way to bring in weather. Let's go to request. And we are at, what are we at, Lippy? I tried this at the other airport last night, but it wouldn't bring anything in, so let's put in Lippy. Let's click send. Received. Hey, it did work. Look at that. So you can bring in the METAR, you know, if you need to. Very cool. Go back to index, status. Everything looks good. That's our opening page, actually. Position, we already did that. Frequencies, we can do there. Put your fixed information in, you know, if you want to. Hold list. You can enter your holding pattern in here if you want to. Right turn, left turn, inbound, outbound, leg time, distance. You can add all that in if you want to, so it shows on the map. I haven't played with it yet, so I'm not going to do that today. You got your progression page. And then we have our flight plan recall. Yeah, that's not set up yet, I guess. And you can tune your frequencies here if you want. You can also tune them up here, or COM 1 at least, and NAV 1. and nav2. So ECAS, you can operate from here as well. Now the other thing this does down here, just like in the CRJ4, you have these multifunction display options here. One thing I don't like about this aircraft, that I know I don't, is in order to change this screen, you have to interact with these buttons that I just talked about. But it's like so far away, like you really have to be like back here to see what you're changing. You know, now you can do, so this here, this MFD menu that pops up, you can choose intersections, high, low, navigate, speed, all this. You can choose it for the left side or the right side, which is talking about left side, right side for our primary displays. There's 2 pages of that. And they also have this advanced screen here, which there we go. So when you click on the MFD data page, it's going to bring up this screen here. Okay. Now you can click on next page or previous page. That'll operate like takeoff, you know, approach pages. And then from here, when you're in this page already, if you click on the MFD menu button, you can choose what page you're looking at. So right now we're looking at takeoff and approach reference. We can do flight plan progression, position report, nav status. So I'm gonna leave this one on takeoff and approach. Let me plug in my V speeds and then we're gonna get everything else set up. The only thing I might use the manual for that I know about today is just arming the automatic feather. There's a way that you need to do it more than just flipping the switch in order to get that up. So, because you need to have an AFX in green show up here, which is automatic feathering. Oh, look, it brought our V speeds in automatically. Okay, cool. So we don't have to do that. I didn't realize it would do that automatically. All right, let's finish our... Actually, let's get our Sayintentions taken care of real quick. Let me just make sure our radios work. Check 1212.
This is what the ATC audio sounds like, and next is what yours sounds like.
Check 1212.
All right. Marche Airport. Avanti 219 requesting IFR clearance to Naples with information. I don't know what the information actually is, but I'm sure they'll pass us anyways.
While I grab the paperwork.
Ancona Tower. All right.
Avanti 19. Information is current. Clear to Naples via the GERB 5 Lima departure. Then as filed. Departure runway 22. Initial climb to 6,000. Departure on 125.325. Squawk 5756.
Clear to Naples via the GERB 5L departure. Then as filed. Departure runway 22. Initial climb to 6,000. Departure on 125.325. Squawk 5756. Avanti 219. All right, very good. That's done.
Avanti 19. Back correct.
All right, let's finish setting up this airplane. So let's go to before taxi. So EPU, you can put it in test mode. It doesn't do anything. So we already armed that. All right, avionics we just turned on. Environmental switches, let's put those on. So those are on
Captain
low.
Gregory, boarding has started and the first passengers are aboard the plane.
auto.
Hey folks, welcome aboard our flight to beautiful Naples with Virtual Airline. My name is Emma, and I'll be your flight attendant today. Please take your seats according to your boarding passes and make sure to stow your hand luggage under the seat in front of you. If you need any assistance, just give me a shout.
Lead air switches. All right, pressurization. That is on automatic. Here we have it on auto schedule. Well, all right, now this says landing altitude. This is actually wrong. So this is, so you can use this for landing altitude as well, but right now we need to set our cruising altitude. So we have what's in? What the hell's a Tobly? Is that a new kind of breakfast sandwich or something like that? All right, we can set the baro and our rate of pressure. This doesn't really work. So we got both of those. Rate selection. Gyros, I don't see gyros anywhere in here. Radios, we already checked. We already used them. Oh, the eye tracker. Oh, that's cool, man. So you can do VR and shit. That's pretty cool, man. All right, there's no air data computer. The overspeed warning, normally you would hear it sound when you overspeed, but in this airplane you don't hear it. So that's our left test, no sound. Our right test is no sound. Hydraulic system. Oh, that's cool. All right, hydraulic. Yep, that came on. I'm not going to do the steering system test. The reason I'm not going to do the steering system test is that every time I do it, it leaves up here steering system fail, and you can't get rid of it. So we're not going to do that. On the steering, though, we are going to push the button on the steering column to make sure we're in taxi mode, which it says here, but we're going to push it anyways. All right, pilot, pitot and static. Let's turn them on. Stall warning test. If you want to do it, you can, but again, you don't hear anything. Oh, you do actually. Hey, man. Hey, you know what? Even the clock is right once a day. Twice a day, actually. All right, flaps test. All right, flap sync. All right, flaps are already on mid. Let's set our trim for takeoff. Now, I couldn't find what the takeoff trim is supposed to be. I'm guessing it's supposed to be in the green. So that's what we're going to set it at. We got all that set. Ice detector, we can test that as well. On ice right now. Our ice light just came on. Windshield heat, we can put that on. Right here, we'll put that on low. Engine ice, vane, and cool. I guess it's working. Oh, you know what? We can see it here probably. Let's do that. Let's do that again. Yep, there we go. Engine is on. We know that works. Engine ice to boot. That works as well. We'll leave that on auto. All right, main wing test. All right, everything is good. Autopilot would do later. Radio altimeter, no. Annunciator panel, no. Baggage door, parking brake. Okay, taxi. right, avoid excess. Okay, so one thing that they did say in the booklet is there's a beta mode. Now, if you have the FS Reborn 500, their version of the Piper Malibu Meridian, the E46T, that has beta mode also. Essentially, what you're doing is just going down towards max reverse, and you're going to use that it pitches the propellers down a bit, and that's what they recommend that you use for taxiing. You can taxi however the hell you want. Like I said, there's no real failures in this, so you know, if you slam on your brakes as many times as you want to, like, there's nothing stopping you from doing that, so you can certainly go about it how you want. All right, taxi lights, position lights, fasten seatbelts, and we'll do the engine run up, taxi checklist, hot reverser, feather. Okay, so that's all fine. All right, let's go taxi to the runway, wherever runway 22 is. Down that way. All right, let me get clearance from the tower, or from ground actually. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. You can hear them opening up. I thought that was pretty dope, dude. Yeah, I noticed that last night when I was in the airplane. All right, auto feather, that light will go off. Falcon Air Ground, Avanti 19, requesting taxi clearance to runway 22. I guess did Boris have his hand in this? That'd be cool if he did.
Avanti 19, taxi to runway 22 via taxiway Alpha Bravo. Hold short of runway 22.
Taxi to runway 22 via taxiway Alpha Bravo. Hold short of runway 22, Avanti 19. All right, why is our FMS text not showing up? FMS text should be showing. You know, maybe it doesn't show it. Oh, FMS text incompatible. Okay, all right. All right, let's remove the parking brake. Now, we're still in idle. I haven't touched the thing and we're already rolling. Wonder what this thing looks like at nighttime. Oh, we'll change it to nighttime when we get up in the air. I mean, we're going
Hey folks,
almost.
welcome aboard our flight.
Hang on, let Emma do her thing.
I'm Emma, your flight attendant today. Our captain is Gregory, and assisting him is First Officer Long Duck Dong. Joining me in the cabin are my fellow crew members, Marco, Luca, Sophia, and Julia. We're delighted to have you with us today. Our flight time to Naples is approximately 50 minutes. Before we take off, I'd like to take you through our safety procedures. First, fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal tip into the buckle until it clicks, and tighten by pulling on the strap. To release, lift the top of the buckle.
It was quick to download, that's for
In the
sure.
unlikely event of cabin pressure loss, oxygen masks will drop from the panel above you. Pull the mask towards
shit.
you, place it over
We'll
your
do
nose
hold
and
short
mouth,
when we get up top.
and secure it with the elastic band. Remember to put your own mask on before assisting others. Your life vest is located under your seat. If instructed to do so, remove it from its container and pull it over your head. Fasten the straps around your waist and pull to tighten. Inflate your vest by pulling the red tabs or blowing into the tubes. Our P.180 Avanti has emergency exits located at the front and rear of the cabin. Please take a moment to locate your nearest exit, keeping in mind it may be behind you. Thank you for your attention,
We're going
and
to
we hope
beta
you have a
mode.
pleasant flight with us today.
The noise reduction works pretty well. That's a pretty good amount of noise reduction there. Oh, we never removed the chocks. in the other cover. It's a good thing we're still moving. Yeah, I can't wait for the Citation X. I spent so long learning that plane in X-Plane when that plane came out in X-Plane. I actually have a really good in-depth video on the channel of me doing the whole like cold and dark setup of that plane. But I love the Citation X. That thing is awesome. Right, with the A350 as well. Yeah, we're gonna need to put aside like almost, I would say like $150 for airplanes. Hey, what's up, brother Tario? What's up, dude? Welcome back to the fold, my bro. You got one Xbox refund left? Oh no. You're in trouble, my friend. I might as well put our altitude up to 19,000. The rest of the checks, I don't really think you have to do. Like I said, there's no failures in this plane, so I'm just going through everything just to do it. The only thing I want to do is just make sure I arm feathering properly, just in case we do get an engine failure, which I guess could happen theoretically. Oh, and I do need to set the barometric pressure as well. I think it was 30-30. Hey man, we can go anywhere we want, dude. All right, we'll. Okay, Captain. Yes, sir. I was waiting for you to boss me around when we do our shared cockpit. Oh yeah, by the way, Chicago and I are doing a shared cockpit. We're gonna plan it today for sometime this weekend. It'll probably be tomorrow. Tomorrow or Sunday. I don't know what we're gonna do. But he and I are gonna get together, you know, through chat later and figure it out. But yeah, we're gonna get the real life captain and the internet captain. I'll probably be his first officer. I'll let him do all the heavy lifting. I'll just handle the comms for him. But yeah, we're gonna do something, hopefully. We've been talking about it for a while. Actually, we've all talked about it for a while. I didn't have the capability of it until recently. Yeah, we could do that. We don't have to use VATSIM. We can use Sayintentions if you want any kind of ATC, or we can just fly. I don't care. Just flying is going to be easier. Hey man, this is like an Italian sports car. That's why this thing goes so fast. We could fly the F-14. I'll be your Rio, and you be Maverick, and I'll be Goose. All right, let's put our parking brake back on. We set the barometric pressure. Oh yeah, I don't know if that one that I have. I don't think that does have support. All right, 1029. To bring up the FlightFX manual for a minute, so I'm not going to be looking at the chat for a moment, but I want to make sure I get the auto feathering correct. It's more than just flipping the arm switch. Feather. Here we go. Okay. All right, let's just finish up this checklist and then we'll get out of here. Set lock, condition lever, max RPM. Advance the power levers to 2000. We'll advance them until we get to 2000. Pretty close to it. There we go. All right, again, I don't know if the overspeed test is going to work. We'll try it here and see if it works here. right, so it works there, but down here it wasn't working. Yeah, see, it doesn't work down here, but it works in the other section. All right, propeller governing. I don't see that anywhere. All right, auto feather system. So let's get this thing. So to arm it, it says advance the power levers to exceed about 90% of NG. So let's continue to move them up. Then it says move this to arm. And it says wait about 2 minutes. Oh shit, we're rolling. All right, fuck it, let's go. Put the flight director on. All right, so much for arming the prop feathers. Oh well. All right, landing gear up. Flaps up. Let's
identified over Falconara at 1800 feet, heading 221, QNH 1029er, direct PY 651.
All right, we're rolling. Let me read back this thing. Let me read back the. I forgot to ask for clearance. Oh my god, we're like failing all over the place. Ancona departure, Avanti 219, currently climbing through 6,000 feet. Yeah, I mean, it says here, arm the system, move the auto feather, switch to arm, advance the power levers. Once both levers exceed about 90% NG, the system takes about 2 seconds to fully arm, which is what we did, but I don't know. Let's move our throttle back so we're not gonna burn out the engines. We're in the red right now. According to the booklet that I'm looking at here, like VR speed is way like our, you know, not our VR speed, our best rate of climb is 154. So let's change that. I bet you I can use the scroll wheel here to change that. Yep, I sure can. Let's move this to 154. The best angle of climb, our VX speed, that's 133. Our VY speed is 154. So let's put in 154, and we're just going to do standard. I can push this button in.
Avanti 19, climb flight level 190.
Climb 190, Avanti 219.
Electronic devices. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Thank you for choosing to fly with us today.
All right, we're rolling. Let's change our go. And we do have traffic as well. Let's see here. Radar. Traffic above and below. Let's switch that. All right. Tune, TCAS, at above. Relative traffic on TARA. anti-air lights on air. And let me see if there's anything that we need to do. Windshield pressurization. So it doesn't say anything about adjusting your condition levers. Sometimes in these airplanes you got to adjust your condition levers. Alright, we're almost at 19,000. This is a pretty fun plane, man. I like this thing. This thing is definitely worth 25 bucks to me. I'd definitely get this over pizza. No, I'm not full throttle right now. Yeah, now I'm like, I don't know, close to halfway, I guess. Hey, Chicago with the super chat. Thanks, bro. Well, now I gotta let you be the captain this weekend. Now I can't kick you out of the cockpit and take over the airplane. That's okay. Yeah, we'll figure something out. Yeah, what's up, Scalebait? Yeah, we had I don't know. I don't really know what happened. I was reading the booklet, and I followed what the booklet said, but our brakes were not strong enough to handle that kind of that doesn't make sense to me, to sit there and hold the airplane and go over 90% of NG and then arm the auto feather. Like, maybe I misread that, but I don't think I did. Like it says, let me go back to the page. Hang on, let me put on auto feather again here. Feather, ETHER. Yeah, it says here, here's the instructions. How to arm auto feather. Arm the system, move the auto feather switch to arm on the pedestal, which we did. Then it says advance. Once both levers exceed about 90% NG, the system takes about 2 seconds to fully arm, and you'll see an AFX screen on the MFD for each engine indicating it's active. Unless we're not supposed to do it. Designed for critical phases of flight, takeoff, and approach. So right, so that's why, I don't know. Unless you're supposed to arm it while you're in the air, but it was in the checklist for before we take off. I know, right? To entertain, right? That's what I think. All right, so we reached our cruising altitude, and according to charts here, at 2,000 RPMs, our ISA is -3. So let's see. According to, should be at about 88% engine torque.
Avanti 19, contact Brindisi military on 121.075.
Her name? Military. Wow. Brindisi military, Avanti 219, currently cruising flight level 1900. According to the maximum cruise power chart,
altitude on our way to Naples. We'll be starting our snack and drink service shortly.
Should be
Today we have some delicious Italian paninis and fresh fruit.
at 11,000 pounds, 346.
We also have some items from the virtual airline shop.
So we should be around 260 for our indicated airspeed.
And enjoy the flight.
It's a fast little plane, man. And our engine torque, they say we should be at around 88%, so 88.4 is what they're saying, roughly, for our ISA and our pressure altitude. So we got our pizza, we got our sunset iced tea, we got our laptop. It's a little better than the FS Reborn plane. That one, they give you croissant and a couple of macaroons. I don't know if I'd rather have that Or if I want to get on my Microsoft Teams and talk to my team. Let's click on Teams. You can adjust the headrest. Look at that. Very cool.
Avanti 219, Brindisi Military. Expect the RNAV runway 6 approach into Naples. Eric 1 Charlie arrival. Descent in about 15 minutes.
I don't want to do that approach. I'm going to do the ILS approach. See how it does. Let me request the ILS. Anti-military. Avanti 219. Can we request the ILS for runway 6, please?
Avanti 19, expect the ILS runway 6 approach into Naples.
I like this plane. There was another double propeller plane like this in the back that I bought a while ago. I think it was the Alice Aviation, I think is what it was. That's an all-electric plane. I think that's the plane I'm thinking of that's got the blades in the front. It's a cool little plane. This thing is fast too, man. This thing is all right with me. Yeah, as I was saying in the beginning of the stream as well, if you do use SimBrief with this airplane when you're building routes and shit like that, pretty much everything is correct for the airframe. The only thing that is incorrect in here is just the empty weight. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So for the P180, the only thing that's really different, the performance code, in my opinion, should be B, just based on what I've seen in the flight manual for it. But this empty weight should be 7,500. Other than that, this is maximum, this is max. I mean, other than that, everything else is fine. I don't really think it makes a difference. You know, really. I mean, if you want to, you know, if that's something that's, you know, that sticks in your crawl, then go ahead and change it for yourself. But for me, it's like not a big deal. Oh yeah, let's reset our TCAS system for normal. And let's get set up for landing. LIRN. Okay, so we do have charts. Very good. Okay, so ILS for runway 6. That's 110.15, it looks like. 110.15. Let's get that programmed in. Let's go to tune. We're gonna do 110. And 110. 5. Here as well. And our course is 51. So let's go ahead and sync our heading up. Go into heading mode. Come down here, let's switch into localizer and let's put in 51 for our course. Now, if you have the CRJ4, they're almost identical systems with these screens and all that between the two airplanes. So, yeah, I mean, if you have the CRJ4, you should be able to jump in this airplane with pretty much no problem. Let's change you as well. Oh, it's still localizer 1. All right, no worries. All right, let's go back into nav mode. And we'll just wait for them to give us our descent information. I definitely think this plane is worth the, Oh shit! We disconnected, autopilot. See what our chart number is here. It's like 10-2B. Here's our approach chart. I thought we'd cross over coming up here. Yeah, we're getting ready to cross. That's right. Okay. I was trying to build a route that was around an hour long. That kind of took us over some of the coast and some of the mountains as well. I think it would be really fun to take like one of those like those drone type helicopters that we have available, or like a smaller jet, and just like fly close to the coastline and just go down the whole coast. I think that would be great. Oh yeah, night lighting, sure. I did talk about that. Oh yeah, I didn't adjust the night lighting yet. Here, hang on. It's okay. Actually, it doesn't really look that good at all, actually. Like, hang on a second. That maybe I just need to turn it up all the way. It's okay. It's not great. Exit signs look good. Toilet's good. We can see ourselves flashing back here. It's not terrible. I mean, I've seen better, but it'll work. I like the blues. I mean, the blues look pretty cool. Can't arm the inverter. The outside lighting looks pretty good. Interact with the lights individually. No. That's gross. No trash bag? Get up in a trash bag. I wonder if those signs go off if I deactivate the seatbelt signs and Yep, they do go off. That's pretty cool, at least. Seatbelt signs go off. Yeah, the cabin lighting could be better. But I mean, it gets the job done. Actually, that's not bad like that. I don't know if you would fly like that in real life, like. Okay, well that's cool. Would you fly like this in real life? Like, would you leave like this floodlight on? Would you not have that on in real life? Like while you're flying? I understand if you're setting up the airplane, but. Right. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, that would make sense. Kind of like not having the interior light of your car on at night when you're driving. All right, we should be turning momentarily. Actually, this lighting is it's kind of growing on me now. What's this thing? Entry. Ah, ADSB. We were just talking about this. Mr. New Zealand, who told me that ADSB was working fine. I told you it wasn't working. Right. Yeah. It's cool, man. I've never seen that in an airplane before. I don't think I missed any ATC act, did I? And I don't think this Sayintentions will work. Oh shit, it does work. This wasn't working earlier. Oh shit, how do I make the... I wish I could make this smaller. Oh shit, I can actually click on... Hang on, I gotta... go back and click on them again. Oh shit, that's pretty cool. Alright, I gotta get them set back up again on the comms. What were they again? 12175? 121075. 121-075. That's cool. This is a new addition from Sayintentions. When I did a fresh install last night, I mean, when I did a fresh install, I deleted almost everything. I deleted like the fly-by-wire apps, the Flight Sim Labs, Sayintentions, Navigraph, all of it. I just deleted everything and just reinstalled everything. I even tried uninstalling my graphics driver update because I just had an update yesterday. Like I went through so many different things last night to try to get this thing working again, and thankfully it's working again. Are we following our flight plan? Yes, we are. Thought we'd be turning by now. Yeah, we did miss our turn. What's happening? It's possible. It might have deactivated right when we were getting ready to make that turn. All right, let me see what we can do. Direct to Suxib, I guess, or we'll do direct to Erica.
Avanti 19, cleared Eric 1 Charlie, arrival into Naples. When you're ready to begin your descent, descend flight level 120.
Send to flight level 120, Avanti 19. What did they say? 120?
Hey folks, just a quick update. We've left our cruising altitude and started our approach into Naples. Please return to your seats, stow your tables, and fasten your seatbelts. The use of the lavatories is now not allowed. Thanks for your cooperation.
Yeah, it happens. I don't like it either, but you know, it is what it is. Now landing, let me put the lights back on outside. Now V speeds for landing. Performance, approach. Yeah, we gotta plug this information in. Variable at 2. We'll just put like 360 by 2. Outside air temperature is 4. UNH is 3030. Slope of the runway is down 0.72, so D7. No anti-ice, VREF speeds we got there. Let's send them over. Chicago, if you're still watching, I've always meant to find out what this means. So the landing factor, the 1.125, I've seen it adjust different items in here, but like what exactly is that landing factor? Like the 1.25, 1.67. Tune, go to TCAS, go to below.
Avanti 19, contact Rome, radar on 135.615.
Okay, all right. Rome radar, Avanti 219, currently descending through 14,000 feet. I gotcha.
Avanti 219, Rome radar identified, Bongiorno.
That makes sense. 50 speeds for very good. And let's do do the bearing source for the VOR, but it's not highlighting it. Do terrain. So we got a little bit longer until top of descent. Our next step down would be 8,000 feet. Not a bad little airplane. Not bad. It's got like just enough equipment to really keep you interested and keep you moving throughout the whole flight. Like, it's not so automated to where you can just sit back and do nothing. You do have to be kind of interactive with it. There's no auto throttle, which is nice. That way you constantly have to, keep check of everything. This is not an airplane where you can just put it in cruise and just walk away for a while. You gotta keep an eye on it. This is definitely not Boris. Well, if this is Boris audio, I doubt it is, but maybe it is. I don't know. Usually the airplane sounds different when you go around it. It doesn't sound the same. And this sounds the same when you go around it. Definitely nice, though. myself for 1 second. Guys, I'll be right back. Let me pause the game for a second. Give you just a minute. Sorry about that. My bad. One of my kids has an appointment. They weren't answering their phone. Had to run upstairs. Yeah, I like how our localizer is starting to show up. Very nice. Avanti, Piaggio, very nice. Just like a Ferrari. Oh, it does have the QNH now. Very good. Winds 10 degrees. Yeah, he's a spicy meatball. Very nice, very spicy. I believe our next descent's probably going to be 8,000 feet. We'll see what they say. I really like this new tool that Sayintentions came out with. Now, I don't have to flip-flop between like their app, which I do behind the scenes, and this. I just wish I could make the print smaller. I'll have to see if there's a way to do that. I wonder if that's, I'll have to check. There's probably a way in the in the settings menu to, I don't want to have like, I don't want this to be huge. Like, I don't need it to be this big. But if I make it smaller, I can't see all the words, see? Gotta be so pretty living out there in Italy. You can drive from one side of Italy to the other. I don't know how long it takes, but not that big. I mean, hey Steve, is there anything you can tell us about the mountains we're flying over?
Certainly, we're currently flying over the Apennine Mountains, a major mountain range that runs through Italy. These mountains have been a natural barrier and a source of inspiration throughout Italian history. The Apennines are known for their diverse ecosystems and are home to a variety of wildlife, including wolves and bears. They also play a crucial role in Italian culture and folklore, with many legends and stories originating from these rugged landscapes. The range is a favorite among hikers and nature enthusiasts, offering breathtaking views and challenging trails.
Steve, when we land in Naples today, what's the first thing we should go check out in town?
When you land in Naples, make sure to visit the historic Naples National Archaeological Museum. It's renowned for its extensive collection of Roman artifacts, including many from Pompeii and Herculaneum, offering a fascinating glimpse into ancient history.
It's pretty good. He just won't tell you where to get a spicy meatball. Actually, let me ask him. Hey Steve, I don't know if you can help with this or not, but when we land in Naples, where's a good place to get a spicy meatball from?
For a fantastic spice and meatball experience in Naples, head to Trattoria da Nenella.
Does
It's
it?
a beloved spot among locals and tourists alike, known for its authentic Neapolitan cuisine and lively atmosphere.
Wow. When we landed in London, Ontario, and I asked what steakhouse to go to, they're like, we don't do restaurants. I'm like, okay. Wow, what is this volcano? Hey, what's this volcano we're flying over? Oh, Mount Vesuvius. All right, I'm gonna descend. even though they didn't
We're
tell us
flying over
to.
Mount Vesuvius, one of the most famous volcanoes in the world. It's notorious for its eruption in AD 79 that led to the destruction of the Roman cities of Pompeii and Herculaneum. The volcano has erupted many times since, and it's the only volcano on the European mainland to have erupted within the last 100 years. Vesuvius is a fascinating site for geologists and historians alike, offering insights into volcanic activity and ancient Roman life. It's a powerful reminder of nature's force and the impact it can have on human civilization.
Rome radar Avanti 219 currently descending to 4,000 feet.
Avanti 19, descend altitude 4,000.
I like this airplane a lot. But I say that about every airplane I get in, though. I mean, if you've seen me a lot on here, like every time I fly, I'm like, this is my favorite plane. This is my favorite plane. This is my favorite plane. I love this plane. Like every plane I get into, I say the same thing. I really do mean it. Like at the time I'm flying it, it is my favorite plane. But I watched almost that whole A350 first peak or second peak or whatever peak it was yesterday, man. That thing looks incredible. The brake to vacate on that thing looked amazing yesterday. Nice. Now whoever is calling me, they can wait. Call them back when the flight's over.
Hey folks, as we start our final approach into Naples, please make sure your electronic
Oh, you were
devices
actually
are
on a
turned
real
off
plane.
and stowed
Oh, no
away
shit.
until we've arrived at the gate.
I thought you were
Kindly
like
put your
home
tray
home.
tables away, return your seats to their full upright position, and ensure your seatbelt is fastened securely. Once we're on the ground, our virtual airline staff will provide you with information regarding your connecting flights. Thank
That
you for
hot
your
jump seat.
cooperation. Crew, please check that everyone is seated and has fastened their seatbelts. Captain, cabin is ready.
Thank you, Emma. All right, let's set our pressure. I believe it's 30-30. Run radar, what's the current QNH? Avanti 219.
Avanti 19, Naples, QNH 1026.
Other phone call. Send a little bit quicker. Christ, man, my phone keeps on blowing up with shit to do. I'll have to call her back in about 10 minutes. What altitude will we be getting to for our approach? 3,000 feet. Ticino. I'm surprised they didn't vector us in quicker. Like that they have us go in this whole approach. Usually they vector you in. Oh well. Unless I missed one of their prompts. Let me see here. I turned up the difficulty on Sayintentions this morning, so it should be a bit more difficult than it's been. Maybe that's, I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, I watched pretty much that whole A350 yesterday, man. That thing looks amazing. I can't wait for that plane to come out. That, and then the Cessna 750, the Citation X. Oof. Gonna be a good month for airplanes, hopefully. Of course, they're gonna work perfect on 2020, I would think, and 2024, it's still gonna run like a ragged old car. Ragged old car with a new coat of wax on it. It's like, you know, they polish up a big bag of shit. I'm actually going to go into heading mode. Sync our heading. Go into heading mode, and let's change this to localizer. Zoom in a little bit on there. Radar Avanti 219 currently holding at flight level 030, getting ready to make a turn in a couple of minutes to capture the localizer for runway 6.
Avanti 19 cleared to capture the localizer for ILS approach to runway 6 in Naples.
Let's make our turn then. And let's click on nav. Our glide slope was showing up. I'd click on approach. We're still about 25 miles out, it looks like. Let me get within about 45 degrees. That should be out there.
Avanti 19 proceed direct CF06 cleared for the ILS runway 6 approach.
Copy that. Proceed direct CF06 clear for the ILS runway 6 approach. Avanti 19. picking this up here any minute. Why's the caution light on? Go right fuel low. We can change that. Now there's no more light. Alright, glide slope is now shown up, so I'm going to click approach. And we're right up the localizer's front leg. Now we're grabbing the leg and from radar, Avanti 19 localizer captured.
Avanti 19 cleared for the ILS approach to runway 6 at Naples.
I heard you, buddy. Just most of the time, you guys want me to let you know when we capture the localizer. Just keeping you abreast of the situation. No real reason to slow down yet. We're still 18.5 miles out. And we hit a nice little pocket of air there. Jesus. Good thing we have autopilot on. We might have been in the drink by now. You know, with my flying skills. My flying skills are legendary in this part of the world. And the air traffic controllers here that I'm in town, they usually go on vacation for a week. All of Naples Airport shuts down for a week when they hear I'm in town. Oh shit, Greg's back. Proceed. I wonder how it is like to live on an island like this. Right? Like, would it be, I think it would be really awesome actually. I don't know if this is like a touristy kind of island or if this is like more, you know, for, you know, the regular folk. I don't know. I think it would be really cool. Have like a little farm out back behind my house where I can grow like all kinds of vegetables and fresh stuff like that. Get fresh seafood all the time right out of the drink. Go into town and get my veal. I can make my scallopini. Make my own cheese. Thought that was weather for a second on our map right here, but that's terrain, I think. Alright, let's slow down just a touch. This thing picks up speed real quick and slows down real quick too. Alright, do we need to do anything?
19, contact Naples Tower on 118.5.
Naples Tower, Avanti 19, currently on the localizer for runway 6. Getting ready to capture the glide slope.
Avanti 219, Naples Tower, roger, continue approach.
Alright, we're about 10 miles out. Some flaps down. I gotta download that airport again that I have. I have an airport that I bought that's like right, it's like an oil rig type platform, which is, it's amazing looking, but it's right out like in this area, right in the water. I'll have to download that again. I forget who makes it.
Avanti 219 Naples Tower, wind 05 at 4, runway 6, cleared to land, caution bird activity.
Copy that. Naples Tower, caution bird activity. Cleared to runway 6, Avanti 219. Glide slope captured. Naples Tower, glide slope captured, Avanti 219.
Avanti 19, roger.
Alright, flaps full. Speed's good. Now, being this the first time I'm flying this plane, I'm not gonna land it. I'm gonna see what the autopilot does. I always do this every time I fly a plane for the first time. I always let the autopilot take it down as far as it can go. So let's see how it lands on its own. We already know how I can land. It's either very hit or miss. More hit than miss lately, but I would disagree with you, Chicago. We're in a simulator. We're in Microsoft Simulator. I guarantee you this thing will land on its own. Yeah, the pepperoncini and pasta ravioli. I don't think we're on the right course, by the way. It doesn't look like we're headed for the actual runway. Even though I'm following the correct course. If it corrects itself at all. I don't think it's going to, so I think we're gonna have to take manual control of this thing. Is it heading for the runway, or? No, it's not. All right, let's take autopilot off. Take the yaw dampener off. There's the birds. Oh, the sim rate's not active. Damn it. That looked like a pretty good landing. I'll take it. I don't know. That was probably minus 250 or minus 300, I would think. Very cool. And then we ruin it. Let's mess up the Naples airport. Fuck your couch. Fuck your couch. All right, I'm getting out of here. All right, I got shit to do. I have stuff to do for my daughter. I'll be back tonight though for sure. Normal time, 8 or 9 o'clock East Coast time tonight.
Welcome to Naples.
Thank you very much. And I will see you guys on the next episode of the Airplane Show. Make sure you drop a like on the way out the door, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Have a good Friday. See ya.